Hello my friends, it's John here. Welcome back to my subscribers, and if you're new, please subscribe. I'd love to see you again. Okay, so right into it. You know, when I lay in bed, I was pretty sure I was just thinking about the night, and I thought I heard the word gospel at some point, but in any case, I get up and I'm just thinking about that, and quickly what came to mind was the story of the loaves and the fish, that Jesus multiplied to feed the 5,000. I recently saw that in a Bible movie. But as the hours went on, it just became a theme of the supernatural that I feel was brought to my attention. I came across a young man named Joshua, and it was just like I just felt like thinking of the Bible and to see what might be the first thing that came to mind. And it was specifically even when John Hagee, like in a particular sermon from, my goodness, years ago that I had seen, when he just makes the one statement. He says God held the sun still for Joshua. And then I think of even the first miracle in the Bible, in the gospel, turning water into wine. So it's like the miracles, even just talking about what Jesus did. Of course the Father did things before Jesus was on the scene. And the supernatural, it's just, think about it. If natural worked, you wouldn't need the supernatural. We wouldn't need God at times to do miracles. So I feel like God would say to some people, don't think this is off the table. If you're a child of God and you're in relationship with Him and seeking Him, it's on the table. Some people feel like the natural wouldn't work, and I feel like I was thinking this as I was driving to where I am. Like in some cases God could rightfully say, you're right, there is no natural solution for your situation, but I heard you call on me, and you called on my son, you prayed in the name of Jesus, so you utilized that name above every other name, and you even brought honor to it just by praying in my son's name, and that pleases the Father. So don't be shy about asking for a miracle. If the natural isn't good, whether it's something in your physical body or a circumstance that just needs to change, He just wants you to know the what you read in the Bible, it's for now. It's for now too, and I'm going to say even especially because these or the end of times. And just like Jesus did so much for a reason, it would get people's attention. He knew what it would take to draw people to Him. Peter comes to mind. I like the way it is portrayed in the two different Bible movies that I've been watching. And Jesus approaches him. He's just a stranger. That is, from Peter's perspective, he doesn't know who wants to climb up in the boat, but he was going to be the rock that he would build the church on. So he wanted to get his attention, and where in the natural he would be convinced he wouldn't be catching any fish. My goodness, you know what happened? A boatload of fish, literally. Who knows? Maybe that's where that phrase came from. I don't know. But I just want to encourage you to believe in miracles, believe in the supernatural, because this is how God operates. What we call a miracle for the Lord, it's just another day at the office. So that is it. God bless you. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.